Alright, lads and lasses, I'm Eccentric Racer. Now I'm back on Forza Motorsport 4, continuing on the King of the Mountain series. Last time, you saw me send this, the GMC Cyclone. Well, that was the last car that was sent up anyway, whether you did watch it, I don't know. But yeah, this actually did better than I was expecting, to be honest. I wasn't expecting to go quicker than the Audi Quattro, but it did manage to. However, this time, we're going a little bit more sensible for our four-wheel drive car to go up King of the Mountain. This time, we are back starting in S-Class with, it's somewhere, it's not the Gallardo, although I am tempted to send that up at some point. It's this, the All-7 911 Turbo. Well, honestly, this might do well. Might. Because of course, it is rear-wheel drive. No, it's rear-engined. It's four-wheel drive. So, you know, the back has got a lot of, what's it? It's got a lot of weight to it, which is good and bad. It's good because it's going to launch out the corner, but it's bad because the front might lift. So it might be a very understeery car, shall we say. But we shall wait and see. Apparently I actually haven't got a full 100% discount on the Porsches. Oops. Oh well. I'm going to be spending a little bit of money. Alright, okay, so at the front we are going with 265s, and at the back... Ugh. You know what? I'm not going to increase the rear tyre width, because they're looking to me that they're 305s. They are 305s. So, I honestly reckon I'm going to be better off just leaving it, to be honest. Just leaving them off. I am going to put on suspension, ARBs. Is this going to help shift more weight to the front? A little bit, but not a lot. I can increase the brakes, actually. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Right. Wait. I could take off all of the weight to 305 pounds. The problem is, well, actually, more weight goes to the front because of it. But we've got 480 horsepower, 457 foot-pounds, but it's 3,200 pounds, so the acceleration isn't really there. Ugh. Or do we take off Street? Street doesn't seem all that good. Right, hang on, let me... Oh. I think, to be honest, I think it is going to have to be weight reduction, because I think more weight at the front is going to make the car understeer less. That's what we're going with. I have decided now. I can't squeeze on any of them. Oh, can't be a cheeky bugger. Right, well, this is it. This is the 911 Turbo built. I know it says 997 at the bottom, but it is what it is. Oh, thank God I did put on the rear wing. Kinda had to. But yeah, the Porsche is built. It might do well. If the understeer isn't terrible, this might stand a chance at actually doing pretty well up Fujimi Kaido. So let's find out if it will. Alright, and here we are at the Fujimi Kaido new hill climb, trying to beat the Ford RS200, still leading at the top of the four-wheel drive leaderboard with that 431.866. So I'm a little bit worried about the car, and at the same time I'm not. I honestly do think it's going to have the acceleration out the corners. It's more, is it going to have enough turning? Is the front not going to lift up? But there's only one way to find out. It's not going to be the worst push for that, because we're going to have the rear-wheel drive Porsches that might go up, which are going to be even worse for lifting the front. So, we'll wait and see. Okay, off the line, as expected. It's pretty good. Right, what is the turning? That's actually pretty good turning. I will admit, that's actually very nice turning. That is good to see. That is filling me with confidence. On the back end as well. Ooh, okay. That was my stupid, not the car. I tried to attack it a little bit too vigorously, that first sort of chicane. Right, what was the acceleration like? It's pretty decent. Got a little bit of airtime there. Not as much as the Cyclones, not got quite that much acceleration. But it is definitely nicer to drive. The back is more planted. Had a little bit of a, as I said, more planted. I do lose the back end a little bit, but it's easily catchable. So go through that nasty right-hander. Yeah, the understeer's a little bit there, as to be expected, but oh Christ. Okay, yeah, it's really not as bad as I thought. That is actually quite a lot of turning. Oh, this is a good car to drive. This is a really good car to drive, actually. Oh, okay. That was a little bit dodgy through the that left-hander there. Come on, what about this right-hander? There we go, we're fine. Able to just launch it out the corner. The turbo lag isn't really much of an issue because the gears are actually pretty kind in this thing. Into the 4 hairpins now. Yeah, second seems to work fine. There's a little bit, just a tiniest bit of understeer there, but nothing we can't handle, I'll admit. Nothing this car, it's not going to stop it from producing actually a pretty good time, I reckon. Heading up towards the river chicane. Yeah, that is actually quite a lot of, that is actually quite nice, the turning. Yeah, it is flat through there. Actually, was a little bit too, yeah, I was too doubtful about this car. This is actually really, really good. Up to the 50% hairpin now. Come on. Let's go get it round there. There we go. Right. Launch it up the gears. Have to drop to the right. They're all good though. Right, slam on the brakes. And up here. There we go. Yeah, this is doing really well. I'm liking this Porsche. This is a really good Porsche to drive, actually. Come on. Get out the corner. There we go. Yeah, the back end is just absolutely, it's just lovely, this car to drive. So yeah. Oh, that was a little bit of a mistake by me, not the car. And up towards the waterfall car park. Oh, quite a narrow line there. That's cost me some time, that, because it spat me very wide. Leaving in second, worked there. We've got a little bit of like low speed understeer, but I don't know, it's not the worst thing imaginable. Come on, go wide and then tuck it nicely in through here. There we go. Okay, we're heading up to the part where the course opens. That was a really dodgy line by me, actually. This has been a very scruffy run, but there's obviously going to be growing pains for the first run, just trying to figure out what the car can do. What is it going to be like up here? Is it going to be quicker than the GMC, then 131? It's accelerating, it's struggling a little bit, about 128. The acceleration isn't quite there. However, what is there is the braking capability and the handling as well. It does have that. So, you know, it's not going to be great out of the corners. It's going to be, well, compared to a lot of the other four-wheel drive cars, sorry. But it is going to be good throughout the corners. I actually did bottom out the car a little bit there. Yeah, the first run is obviously going to be, it's a very scrappy run with the 438.617. I think I saw there. Yeah, 438.617. That is, it's a slow start in a minute, but that is a very scrappy run. There's easily seconds within that time, easily well, within the Porsche, this can go much quicker than a 438. As, yeah, we should see, hopefully, for the second run, now that I know how the car drives, I can actually be more confident with the car. It is a little bit understeery into turn 1. Turn 1 is actually quite a nasty corner to get. Like, the first 2 corners, they're actually pretty evil to get right, because if you understeer through 1, oh, that was my mistake. If you understeer through turn 1, you're on a very shallow line into turn 2. So yeah, it's a pretty evil first 2 corners, that. Again, through the little S section there, getting decent airtime. I'm pretty sure it is all 4 wheels off the ground, but only just all 4 wheels. I think the back right is not that far off. Heading through the evil right-hander here. Get it on the power nicely. Nicely done, Porsche. I did actually... Oh god, come on. Although that's actually not too bad this time. Yeah, the back end is nice and planted. It's more planted on this than it was the GMC. It's actually one of the more stable back ends I've actually had out of the 4-wheel drive cars at the minute. As we racing up now towards the what's it? 4 hairpins. Oh, that was a little bit of a mistake by me. I probably didn't need to drop it into first. I think second would have done. Oh, wow, I'm on really dodgy lines. I'm taking this a bit rough. I do apologise. It's not, this is not going well. Come on. Let's get your driving sorted. Get your driving sorted out. Right, okay. Out of the 4 hairpins, just able to boot it. Yeah, the acceleration isn't quite there. I will admit. It is not quite there. But yeah, just the handling is just spot on with this. It really is spot on. I think I was better off going for weight reduction rather than the power, because really we weren't going to get a whole lot more power anyway. We're only going to get a little bit over 500 horsepower, and the car from standard has 475. So it's, you know, it's not gonna... I don't think it was missing out too much by taking off 300 pounds rather than adding only a couple of horsepower to get into the 500s. Got a little bit of understeer through there, but nothing terrible. I am still able to carry good cornering speed there. A little bit too wide there. Need to be a little bit more careful through that corner. Come on. Right, okay, heading up towards the waterfall car park. So this double left-hander. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better this time. Yeah, that's better this time. Not on a shallower line. Going to spit the car wide. Yeah, it does struggle a little bit when I'm in the much lower speeds. The front end does kind of struggle a little bit to get turned in. But it's only really at those much lower speeds. So that's a thing to keep note really for the final run. Yeah, it struggles a little bit at the slower speed corners. At the higher speed stuff, it's not too bad. Yeah, a lot of understeer, sort of like 40 odd to 60. So for area, it does seem to struggle for turning in. Right, are we going to get a little bit closer to 130? Yeah, 128. What is the... Okay, yeah, I'm way too early on the brakes there. I can be much, much braver on the brakes there. Can have a lot more confidence with it. To be honest, I'm letting this Porsche down. There is definitely a lot more pace in the Porsche. I'm just letting it down, to be honest. Oh, the car's bottoming out a little bit. It's not too much. Not too bad. Yeah, it's not beating the RS200 or the Skyline, but is it going to beat the Audi this run? Not quite. But it is a faster run. It is, again, it's the slowest car at the minute with the 437.833, but I am letting the car down. I will admit, the car has got some speed in it. I just need to be braver on the brakes, and yeah, just not really let the car down as much. So, come on, give your head a shake, and let's get this car up the mountain with a much nicer run this time. For the final attempt, let's try and beat that Quattro, and hopefully the GMC Skyline as well. It does have it in. It does have it in this car. That is a much better turn 1 and turn 2. Right. Let's get this corner right. There we go. Much more like it. Much more like it. I'm going to run a little bit wide through there. But it's not too bad. I'm just going to nicely jump on the power. Yep. Good amount of air time. Through the little red S section there. Again, front end just letting go a little bit. But it's then just clawing it back together. Having to go through... Yeah, the car is bottoming out a little bit. That was a little bit of an issue, actually. I didn't foresee. The car is slightly bottoming out. It's an interesting one. Again, much nicer through there. Right, let's get this corner right this time. I'll be a little bit late on the brakes. There we go. That's better. Didn't clatter the wall on the inside. The front end, you know, nicely gripping the rear end. Staying completely planted, so I don't have to try and fight that. Stepping out a little bit, but the car was running wide. There we go. I think I actually did make the better call on not widening the rear tyres. The back end is already nice and planted anyway, so just increasing the rear tyre width, honestly, I reckon would just over-tyre the car. I honestly reckon it would do that. So it just would... It would suffer with even less acceleration, if I'm honest. So I think I made the better call with weight reduction and leaving the rears at 305s. Alright, come on though. Get out the 4 hairpins nicely. Head up towards the river chicane. Can just take it flat out. Very close to the wall actually. I saw the racing line. Suggested one. Just go white, and I was really concerned that I've ballsed up the river chicane, because that, if you balls up that corner, you have lost a lot of time, because you are pinging off each wall there if you are not careful. But through the 50% hairpin, we are actually looking like a much better run this time. It's definitely a cleaner run. Also does actually sound pretty good, this Porsche, I will admit. The flat 6, I think it is. Flat 6 turbo, really helping. I do think as well. Oh, come on. There we go. The rear engine is helping it somewhat, I'd like to say. Keeping that back end planted. So I can be a little bit braver with the power. Because of all that weight at the back. So, yeah, there is that. We're nicely through the waterfall car park. Again, just being able to... Come on, get through there. Yeah, it's not... The front end doesn't quite have the bite at the lower speeds, but it's not terrible, I will admit. Definitely not as bad as I was initially thinking, I can tell you that much. Yeah, this is a much cleaner run this time for the Porsche. Here we go, for the 07 Porsche here. Much nicer this time, much cleaner run. Heading up to the final straight for the final time. Much better this time, much cleaner. Might be able to, well, definitely will be able to take a little bit more speed, because, well, the brakes on this car are actually phenomenal. There we go, that's a little bit better this time. Yeah, carrying more speed. The tyres are squealing, but the car's still planted. Did let go a little bit there, just bobbling a little bit. However, not too bad. Oh, that was actually really close to the inside wall there. It's bottoming out. It bottomed out a little bit there, but it's still not too bad. This is definitely looking to be a much cleaner run this time. Come on, let's get you through. Round the final corner. Booty, and across the line. Where has that put it? It has put it at 436. 0.383. So that is faster than the Audi Quattro, and it has gone faster than the GMC Cyclone too. Yeah, tell you what, I'm surprised by that Porsche. I was honestly expecting worse from it, but it did surprise me. It has surprised me, indeed. And yeah, surprise indeed. It did actually only just beat the Cyclone. The Cyclone actually not as bad as I thought, to be honest. The 997, 911 Turbo, 997, whatever. It did struggle a little bit with the sort of the acceleration more towards getting to the higher speeds. It doesn't really have all that much power to go with. However, it did understeer a lot less than I was expecting. It actually drove really well. I think I made the better call making the car lighter, really, rather than adding more power. You know, getting rid of more weight, adding a little bit more to the front, just making the car understeer a little bit less. I think that was the better call to go for, in my opinion. So yeah, the 997 Turbo would take third place, only just beaten the Cyclone, but more importantly, he's beaten that Audi Quattro. However, that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, do the stuff the YouTube algorithm likes. There'll be a link in the description in case you want to join my Discord, in case you want to say hello to us. However, that's it from me, and until next time, ciao for now.